Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Srushti, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to knit a Pouf Ottoman, or in other words you can call it a beanbag as it's being shown here. So it's really comfortable to sit on, it's super easy to knit. All you need two 0.9mm needles, and gray yarn or any color of your choice, which you want your knit ottoman to be, your Pouf Ottoman. So let's start. So first you have to cast on 60 stitches to be precise, and if you guys don't know, you have to check out my video on how to knit as well as how to cast on stitches. I'll leave links in the description down below. And now we're going to start knitting. Okay, if you guys don't know how to knit, like I said, take a look at my video. I'm going to be posting the links. So I'm not going to be explaining how to knit or the cast off because I've made separate videos on those two. Okay, so if you guys just want a quick small tutorial and don't really need any explaining, then first just take a look at what I'm doing. I put 60 stitches, and now I'm going to be taking it over my needle. I'm going to taking it under the yarn that I just put under. So yeah, I'm going to be taking it from under and then I cast it off. Okay, and I'm going to be doing this to all 60 that I cast on here. Okay, so once I'm done, I haven't showed the cast off, but this is how it turns out. Okay, once you do, you have to do basically 60 stitches and 75 rows. This means you have to do 150 rows technically, because one row is 2 rounds. Okay, and this is how it turns out. It becomes a huge quilt. This is exactly what we need. It looks like a huge square or rectangle, whatever you guys want to say, but this is exactly what we need. And if you guys have like a big needle threading thing, then you can use that, but I'm using a crochet hook. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a lot of excess yarn here, and I'm going to tie it on top of I'm going to tie it on the crochet hook, and I have to run this through the entire part. Alright, so this is how I'm going to do it. First, I'm going to take the end from which my needle is, from which the thread is sticking through. I'm going to take the other end, and I'm going to pass it through the end. Okay, so just watch. I'm going to pick up this end, as you can see, and I'm going to pass it through that so that the thread goes through. And I'm going to pull it until the yarn gets tight over there. Okay, so I'm just going to keep pulling it. And now we've got ourselves the base. Okay, this is the base of the Pouf Ottoman. Okay, this is how it's going to look. Basically what you have to do is you have to run the yarn through the entire circle, which is formed once you join it together. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you have to run the yarn through. You just have to go in and out through the entire circle, which has been formed at the base, so that once you pull it at the end and you tighten it, it all gets constricted within, and it forms this little ball at the center. Okay, so all you have to do is go in and out like I'm doing it here. And I have to do that through the entire circle part. And this is how it turns out when you get it through the entire part. And then you have to, okay, it looks like a little sack, and then you have to pull it. All right, you have to pull it really hard and really tight so that it becomes very, very small. The center has to become very small like this. Okay, as you can see, it's getting smaller. You have to pull it very tight, and that's how it'll be. Okay guys, so I've pulled it real tight and now it's formed like a really small dot in the center, but this is exactly how we need it because I am going to be showing you guys how to make it so that you can open it again if you need to. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to have to join the two ends. So you're going to go in and out and in and out, and you're going to join the two ends of the Pouf Ottoman, right, this part, so that it can, so that it's almost complete, so that you can stuff it. Alright, so as you can see, I have completed stitching the two parts together. So now it's one big bag kind of thing. It looks like that. And I'm going to do the same thing with this side. I'm going to run the yarn through the entire border so that it can constrict and form a little ball at the center. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. So let's start that. Alright, this is how it forms when I did it again, and I stuffed it pre-hand. I put all sorts of old towels, old clothes, or, all sorts of things, or you can even put fluff or fur, but if you guys don't have fluff, like I didn't have it, so I just used different random clothes, blankets, bed sheets, any sort of thing you have to stuff it properly, and so that it gets, really big. You need enough to stuff it perfectly. And I'm going to pull it real hard and real tight so that it forms a little, hole in the center. Okay, but we don't want this part to be too small because we should be able to stuff the excess yarn inside it. Alright, so what I did now is I took the yarn and I just let it through a small portion through the Pouf Ottoman, as you can see. Just a small portion, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to knot it together. Okay, as you can see, I know it's a bit dark, but yeah, so as you can see over here, you have to knot them together. Okay, so I'm just gonna take the two ends of the yarn, and I'm going to knot it once. You can knot it either once or twice. I prefer to knot it twice for extra, coverage. And yeah, you can knot it twice. Don't knot it too tight so that you can take it out in the future. And so then you're just gonna bring the rest of the yarn in a bundle. Okay, I'm just gonna take the rest of the yarn, and that small center, I'm gonna stuff it in that little center. Okay, so that's why I said don't make it too small, just make it small enough so that you can at least put a finger inside. Okay, and that is how it's gonna be. So you're basically done with the Pouf Ottoman. This is how it looks once it's done. This is actually the back side. I'm going to flip it over now. I actually have to flip it over. Alright, this is how the front looks. This is where it's perfect for sitting down. It's like a mini beanbag. It's really fun, and I had a lot of fun filming this video too, so I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.